Grand Rising Tribe. Welcome back again. My name is Mr. Hall, spiritual teacher, leader, author, many different titles. Really doesn't matter as reality is catching up to define what I am. But specifically, I do want to give you a channeled message, collective energy update. We'll break it down from the 3D to the 4D to the 5D. Practical everyday energy that's going on collectively, what your ancestors and spirit guides may be trying to communicate to you, and then also connect interdimensionally into some conscious awareness, okay? So, let's see what's going on. My readings are timeless. I'm posting this though on a Tuesday, right? Okay. Yeah, Tuesday. And that has significance as well. You may be in a flow. I'm picking up outside of time. If you check out the other social media posts and platforms in the link above, you'll see some mentioning of outside of time. So I'm picking up this lucidity of understanding, really finding your center, your zen, in and amidst any chaos that's external to you, or possibly that you were having internally, any type of internal conflicts that you were having as well. So let's see. Okay. Do we want the Psychic Tarot, the Hermetic Tarot, or the Karma cards? Okay. All right, so we'll do the Psychic Tarot. It's going to be the best translator for us today. Picking back up from the previous reading, we have the Power card that just fell out of the deck. Let's see. Okay. So there may be, okay. So I'm picking up that in the collective, we're stepping away from this energy of partying and celebrating or being in libations and stepping into some form of spiritual union, really getting into our sacred work, our true work. And what I'm picking up is this shift from jobs, especially within the Western culture. Depending on where you are, this may be applicable as well. Yeah, you're stepping into what you love, stepping into what's going to be beginning this spiritual union, either with yourself, others, and or a significant other. All right, but that's a lot of heartfelt energy. So stepping into, again, that I picked up, this emotional center. Let's check more. So there's this emotional center happening around you. I'm picking up the Taurus energy, okay? You may want to look into that as well. Yeah, the Waiting Game is the first card that came out in reverse. So for the recent past, we have the Waiting Game, number 2. So there's some balance coming in. And this was reversed. And how I'm picking this up is that outside of time energy. So instead of being stuck in some loop or some cycle of infinity, that what goes around comes around, you're actually outside of that game. You're stepping outside of that dualistic or continuous loop, okay, outside of time. I'm also picking up Africa. And the terminology or the imagery that's coming to mind is the concept of there being 2 types of time, okay? 2 types of time, the one that we experience and that's manufactured, man-made, and then the reconnection to the absence of time or being outside of time, okay? All right, and then we have the universe reverse as well. Another 2, 21 may be significant, 12. Okay, I'll pick up some confirmations on this universe card. So, okay. Interesting. The practical cards are giving a very, okay, and love begins in the near future. Yeah, some new beginning. So, okay, so you've come to this realization within yourself of being outside of time. Okay, so that's nice. Not feeling rushed, not feeling hurried, not feeling behind, not feeling in chaos, right? You're centering yourself in the frequency and alignment that is appropriate for you, right? And then this universe card being in reverse, okay? And the number 21 coming up. So 12 may be significant, 21 may be significant. Also mirroring. So mirroring in the sense of these dual timelines or these dual perspectives of where you would like to go, where you would like to be. And I pick up the universe energy is telling to me, reversed, that you're stepping into, and you're rising into and readjusting yourself into a new dimension, okay? A new way of being. I'm picking up the energy of if you want to be a star, you have to burn. And instead of being a star, you're choosing to be an entire dimension, a whole new reality, okay? And that's where you are currently. And in this change, a new love begins, right? I'm seeing the universe, or whatever you would define as the highest ultimate positive power within your understanding of spirituality, energy, frequency, logics, all of this. It's pouring into you and into this flowing river, really connecting you appropriately. Okay. Yeah. So these two mirrors, I'm seeing the trees as two mirrors reflecting back to each other, and you are being this flowing energy of lucidity, right? Connecting to the divine abundance. I'm picking up abundance mindset, feeling unlimited, feeling limitless, and feeling structured simultaneously as this river has structure. Okay, if we look at the winding path, so stepping into your spiritual path that is going to bring you alignment. And something may be significant about a ring. So if you're asking questions about any type of relationship or experience of that nature, this could definitely mean that you're coming into alignment with a soulmate as well. So this is nice energy. And also with a ring, I'm picking up a hum, similar to what we see as far as these rings around this sand clock, okay? I'm picking up this hourglass. Outside of this hourglass, this hum, a vibration, a frequency that you're tapping into, okay? You may be doing something new for the first time as well, similarly to myself, making a reading as soon as we're up, okay, to really be channeling the energies. Okay, you may be stepping outside of, this is the Hermetic Tarot deck. I generally love using this deck, but for some reason I'm picking up, the message that I'm picking up is that you are stepping outside of looking for signs and symbols outside of yourself, right? Because, so a cause, something has caused you to look within and really get the answers from within. This reading and all my readings are really meant to be confirmations and just give you some overall guidance and possibly language and space to get a better perception of what may be going on around you if you have no one to speak with, or some of these terms are outside of the norm, and or if you're a seasoned spiritual traveler, just a reminder, okay? And you have, something has caused you, right, to get outside of time. You've connected with your Zen. The universe is letting you know, hey, you are not simply the universe, you are more and can be more, and reality is catching up to you, okay? And with this affirmation and complete gratification of understanding, you're stepping into where your love can now begin, where you can share your love, share your cup. I'm also picking up, okay? So, and this would, I would take this as a yes answer, definitively. So if there's a specific question on your mind about something, the answer is going to be yes, okay? And I'm picking up a positive yes. If it's not a positive yes, then that may not be the yes for you. All right, so we're moving on to the karmic, so something about a karmic, moving on from a karmic as well, but the karma cards, okay, the karma oracle cards. Let's check these out. Okay, so I'm picking up a natural because the way that these cards all flew out, I have one house, one planet, and one zodiac sign. So it seems that something is aligned, okay? And I'm also picking up removing any engineered signs, removing any engineered attempts at control over your being, your vessel, your authority, your inner dominion, okay? Okay, so we have Virgo, the second house, the south node. Interesting. So this is definitely tying into the previous reading. You may want to look at the previous reading, okay? Have your time to meditate. Hopefully you are able to give yourself that time. And I'm going to reshuffle a bit more just to make sure that it's not a repeating message for us. I mean, it did come out again, but check out the previous reading. It may be very relative to what you're experiencing, and that's a big confirmation for you as well. So on one end, you're releasing karmic ties, and with this releasing of karmic ties, energies, and any type of strongholds that were placed on you or that were perceived to be on you, you're now recircling back to possibly a passion project, possibly something that you love, right? Something that makes your bell ring, okay? I'm picking up, so someone may speak like that. Yeah, confirmation. And the numbers, okay. All right, so Pluto energy. So yeah, you went through some type of death and rebirth and resurrection with this being outside of time in the recent past. And okay, we have the 8th house. So definitely something about abundance as well. And this infinity symbolism and loop is coming up, okay? Mercury. So something's being communicated to you about abundance, also about, yeah, I'm definitely picking up a lot of abundance, some type of creative energy. Something's being communicated to you about your beliefs and possibly getting more information on what your beliefs are to better encompass and fully describe and empower you and yourself. Expression, I'm also picking up with communication and rebirth. So I'm 7th house and the North Node. Okay, so we'll take North Node. Okay. So you're stepping into your North Node. If you're unfamiliar with the North Node, you can look into spirituality. If you do want a birth chart reading, I can do one for you, an intuitive one. I am available for bookings. So you're really doing something that is going to be of your benefit, and you're communicating something, right? You're having faith in your resurrection, your rebirth. You're having faith in the way that you communicate and analyze externally the world. Okay. And more of this green, if you look. More of this green energy as this serpentine energy is surrounding the planet. And this is tapping in, I digress. This is tapping in, wanted to mention earlier, so many messages coming through with this energy of seeing beyond the veil, seeing within the veil, as the veil has always been thin. We're just remembering now collectively is the energy that I'm picking up, but there are more than human beings in the space of the way we have been taught to understand ourselves and each other. Okay, so with this dragon-like energy, this earth dragon, okay, I'm picking up some Mother Earth as well, but really stepping into something holistically within yourself as well. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't want to give me a sign. Interesting. But that ties right back into, we'll leave it there. That ties back into you not receiving signs, you creating them, okay? So you're resurrecting, communicating, and having faith in the universe as a life or death issue, as you did in the past, and patiently. So you're being patient with yourself in the near future, okay? Mentally, that's the spiritual message coming through. Mentally, you're getting to the heart of a matter with that Pluto energy, okay? You're getting to the heart of the matter with the way that you're analyzing, possibly yourself, right? And others. I'm picking up giving grace, and then also you're not worried mentally. You're being guided not to worry mentally or overanalyze things, okay? You're allowing yourself to be in this flow similar to what we see in the river of this Love Begins psychic tarot card, okay? So mentally, you're going to be getting what you want. You're focusing and aligning yourself to getting what you want. And what I'm picking up is where your attention goes, your energy flows. And I'm picking up focusing on what you want, and understanding that you already have it, so that you're not in this energy and frequency of chasing. Okay? Okay, so some changes. So yeah, some wish fulfillment coming through around your home base or your family, getting and using your power from standing in your power and honoring it. Wow. All right, and you're doing what makes you feel secure. Okay, practically, what makes you feel secure in this chaos and these changes and this transformation that you've gone through, and not getting so attached to being constantly stuck in transformation, but allowing yourself to enjoy for once, possibly, as this is a first card with the number one, allowing yourself for once to, I want to shine it on there, but allowing yourself to feel and enjoy this process. Okay, all right, and practically maybe using other people's resources. So if you're wishing for some type of affluent partner, if you're wishing for something that you felt was missing within yourself, or that is a perceived lack, you're finding the balance within that, to another space, to between another person and or between another part of yourself, right? I'm also picking up learning. Okay, so you may be learning steps and practical steps to success in these changing times. Okay, and in incorporating these new understandings that you have with this recent resurrection and being outside of time, giving yourself the time to acclimate to this new way of being. Not only the universe, but adding in more fulfilling dimensions to yourself. Okay, and we'll leave that as a practical 3D message. I am going to tap into the Hermetic Tarot deck. It's calling me now. Yeah, Two of Swords reverse. Lord of Peace restored. Yeah, so there may have been in the past, you may have been looking externally so much at Two of Swords, Lord of Peace restored. So you may have been being so analytical, perfectionism syndrome, I'm picking up. You may have been so logical that you were leaving yourself out of balance instead of allowing yourself to flow with logic and also sense, okay? And not just the five senses or common sense, but allowing yourself to resonate on a truthful vibration and frequency for what works for you, okay? And then we have the Empress here. Yeah, this is your energy now. You're stepping into where you have collective, and again, gender not relative in the tarot or energy readings, okay? Past, present, future, and timeless, and you're in this Empress energy where you have collected all of the knowledge from each of the queens in the tarot deck. Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, right? So really tapping into all of these energies and allowing yourself to feel them and allowing yourself to use the wisdom of each, okay? I'm picking up the measurements of intelligence are measured, the measurements of intelligence differentiating person to person. So an individual may have a specific intellectual intelligence, a specific person may be street smart, a specific person may be book smart, a specific person may be holistically smart, right? In different tools of divination. So you're giving space to these different levels and contexts of intelligence. This is nice. All right, I'm gonna pull one card after the shuffle. We'll shuffle one more time. Cool. Yeah. When I split the deck, we have the Two of Cups. So yeah, Lord of Love. Okay, so definitely picking up this very loving energy, this serene energy. I'm picking up a daydream. Okay. All right, so we'll leave it there. As I split the cup, yeah, you're stepping away from this Eight of Swords. Okay, you may have had some attachments to the Lord of Shortened Force. So Eight of Swords in the traditional tarot deck is depicting some type of heavy betrayal, okay, and sly energy or slick energy around you, and you may have been emitting this frequency, but it appears, how I'm picking this up intuitively is that those illusions are being pierced through, and you're stepping into, from that recent past attachment, okay, into the Eight of Cups, the Lord of Abandoned Success, right? So you had to let go of something. You had to let go of some idea or some definition of what success means for you, through you, to you, okay? And it's being redefined now. You're redefining your success by tapping into love and opening your heart up again, I'm picking up. So this is a very emotional read. There's a bit of logic, but I'm picking up a lot of heart-centered energy and a lot of solar plexus energy, some creativity. So a passion being reignited as you've come back like the phoenix, okay? Not a burning star, but creating a new dimension and adding new layers to your reality. This is good. Nice. All right, and so we'll move on to the ancestors. Let's see what the ancestors have to tell you. All right, this time we'll go ahead and go with the Masters of Light Wisdom Oracle. I'm being called to this. So you may be stepping into, as we see on the front of this card, this depiction of Archangel. I'm also picking up Jesus. So you may be separating or integrating your religious faiths into spirituality and vice versa, and loosening that grip that you had in between both of them. And as at the bottom of the deck, we have Ascended Master Seraphis Bay. Self-mastery. Take time for spiritual practices and inner work. Spiritual discipline is required for your next step. So you're being very spiritually disciplined and you're having this self-mastery. You've reached levels of self-mastery and you're entering into the next phase, and or simply enjoying the fact that you have reached this spiritual mastery that you may have been chasing after. You've accepted. I'm picking up full self-acceptance. Okay. Yeah, remember in reverse. So this is coming from Soul Star Ka. Okay. Your soul is vast. You are being activated and restored at deep levels. Honor your knowing. Right? And this did come up reverse, and how I'm picking that up is collectively, right? Remember, this is a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not. But and you're remembering that you are the creator. You're remembering, as it came in reverse, right? You're remembering that you are the co-creator of your reality. You are the creator of reality. Reality is catching up to you. And with this, it's bringing you this freedom to love again. It's bringing you this freedom to have passion again with life. I'm picking up a specific word that would define an individual that is always looking for and or learning new things, right? New languages, new words. So I'm picking up sapiosexual, but that isn't the word specifically. That may be relevant and a confirmation for you if you had that question around anything. Let's see, Ascend the Masters, what is going to be the best for the collective to hear? What message do you have? Okay. Mother Breath of Life. Breathe. Take a moment, breathe deeply, relax, connect your spirit and your body, right? So really working on connecting both the physical and non-physical aspects, okay? Connecting the multidimensional with the linear, okay? As you see, the energies are flowing through her. I'm picking up also, so science may be very significant, or science studies, quantum physics as well, but the energies that flow within, I want to give you this word. I'm being called to share this one. Something I recently discovered as well that encompasses more for all of us. I'm picking up ether energy, so similar to frequencies and vibrations or auric energy flowing through us at all times, that awareness, that conscious awareness. And I digress again. This is what I wanted to get into with the practical reading. I'm really seeing this bridge of yourself between the practical daily life matters, okay? So you can be a master healer and you still may need to wash dishes, but may need to is being separated. You get the privilege to wash dishes is what I'm picking up. The whole perception and language to yourself is changing now that you're looking at things from a wider and broader perspective. It's more encompassing and deeper, not a higher level as up and down, as above so below, but a deeper within as without. Okay, this is the shift that I'm seeing the collective go through for this reading. Okay, Yeah, you're finally able to itch a scratch that may be significant in many layers, 18 plus, right? So you may be finally getting that sexual healing, okay, and possibly looking into Karma Sutra as well to transmute. You may be tapping into some form of sexual magic, okay, such sexual alchemy, Kundalini rising as well. Something about your rising sign, which will, and this will be a confirmation for you. Yeah, a rising sign in Aries may be significant, okay, or Aries signs in general may be significant. But again, this very masculine energy of taking control and moving life by the horns, taking the bull by the horns, okay? So if you've been experiencing any type of bullshit, shiitake mushrooms, if you've been experiencing any, shiitake mushrooms may be significant as well. If you, and tata, so someone may use this language, I don't. But tata, see you soon, okay? You're saying goodbye to any type of BS, okay? Anything full of it is out of here. And philomath is the word that I was previously looking for as well. Word used to describe someone who is passionate about acquiring knowledge and constantly seeking to learn new things. Okay, you may identify that, and that may be identify with that.